Some people think living alone on a mountain means nobody bothers you. That's a lie. Sometimes it just means you're the only thing standing between your home and the next scam artist who thinks you'll roll over if they knock loud enough. That morning in the Rockies air, sharp as glass sun, barely cracking the frost, I knew trouble was close, could feel it prickling the back of my neck before I even stepped off the porch. There was this slip of paper shoved under my welcome mat, flapping around like it wanted to make a run for it. Mail's a rare thing up here. No postal trucks, no neighbors for miles. If a message lands on my doorstep, odds are it's either urgent or a mistake. Turns out it was neither. It was a test. Aspen Hills HOA Service Expansion Notice. That's what the bold letter said. I read it twice, then laughed. My property's been private since before color TV, surrounded by national forest, nobody's business but mine. But this paper claimed my land now fell under some new service jurisdiction and said I owed them $780 a month for community safety. I almost checked for hidden cameras. Checked. And just to really sell the joke, it was signed Karen Brickwell, President. No seal, no lawyer's letterhead, no phone. Just a pine tree logo pulled off a clip art site and a return address that might as well have been the moon. See, I spent 20 years in the Marines. I know the power of a paper trail, and I know a shakedown when I smell one. I went inside, poured a fresh cup of coffee, and pulled my fireproof box from under the bed. Original deed, every map, every survey, notarized and laminated. My boundaries are clear as day. I copied what I needed, wrote a firm not interested letter, and drove to the post office down in town to send it certified return receipt requested. Came back a week later with a fat red stamp, returned to sender. Checked the so-called HOA website, just a single broken page fake mountain photo contact form that went nowhere. The whole thing stunk of someone fishing for a gullible mark. I could have shrugged it off, but folks out here survived by being ready. So I swapped out SD cards on my security cams, recharged the drone, tested my old body cam habits, hard to kill. Call it paranoia, call it muscle memory. I call it staying upright. A couple days later, the quiet snapped. Tires on gravel, slow and deliberate, too heavy for a delivery truck, too early for hikers. I was fixing up my fence line when a dark SUV pulled up. No front plates, doors plastered with Community Enforcement Division and cheap vinyl. Two guys got out all matching windbreakers and tactical boots like mall cops who raided an army surplus. One's holding a folder, the other's packing a stun baton, both wearing plastic badges like they're trying to win a costume contest. Mr. Brooks, the tall one, says, all official. I look him in the eye, wipe my hands on my jeans. Who's asking? He flashes his lanyard. Aspen Hills, HOA Enforcement, here to conduct a compliance inspection. I have to bite my cheek not to laugh. On whose authority, I ask, slow and steady. He opens his folder, shows me a copy of that same joke letter, now with final reminder splashed across it. Tells me I'm in violation, says they'll have to initiate the lien process if I don't cough up. I tap my body cam loud enough to chirp and let them know, smile for the record, boys. The short one gets loud, rattles off something about obstruction under Section 5.1 of the Aspen Hills Code. I ask him if that's in his coloring book. Their bluster's all noise. They're waiting to see if I'll flinch. Instead, I mention a couple old Marine buddies dropping by, soon real friendly guys. That cracks them. They stall, pretend to check their phones, start looking for an exit. Not a minute later, backup arrives. Cale and Ryko, both built like brick walls, both carrying that silent, watchful weight you see in career vets. Cale's got a grin that means business. Ryko starts circling the fake SUV, recording plates and door magnets. These gentlemen are here from Community Enforcement, I tell my friends, making it clear whose porch this is. Cale steps forward, easy as breathing. You boys with the sheriff's office, he asks. No answer. Rico's filming, catching every twitch. Shorty tries to explain, but the bluff is gone. As soon as I mention the word trespassing, the act drops. The tall one mutters, we're leaving. His partner actually bolts straight down the hill, stumbling through the brush like his pants are on fire. I launch the drone, keep him in the frame. Good evidence for when the law finally takes notice. By then, the only thing left of their visit is dust in the driveway and a trail of fake paperwork scattered like Monopoly money. The three of us, me, Cale, and Raicho, sit on the porch drinking coffee, watching the trees. It's peaceful, but I know that kind of peace never lasts long after someone tries this hard to shake you down. I start piecing things together, freeze the runner's face in a video frame, run a private search. Turns out he's got a history bounced from private security gigs for theft, showed up on doorbell cams in other states, pulling the same HOA scam routine. I put all of it in a folder, send it to the sheriff's office, file a formal complaint. The reply comes back polite as you please, maybe resolve it amicably. Sure, because that always works with con artists. The name on the letter, Karen Brickwell, doesn't show up in any official record. The county clerk never heard of an expansion. The HOA itself is a phantom, no filings, no board, just a hollow website and a P.O. box. Then Twist Ryko finds an old accountant, Sandra Listister, who quit the HOA last year. I reach out, not expecting much. She calls nervous but honest, tells me Karen started forging maps and invoices when the HOA money dried up, started targeting folks living near the community, especially older, more isolated types. A few paid scared they'd lose their homes. Sandra quit over it. With that, I loop in Lena, my lawyer. A veteran sharp as a tack takes one look and files for fraud, trespass, harassment, the whole stack. The HOA, turns out, it's nothing but a shell. No legal standing, no real documents, just smoke and mirrors. Karen doubles down anyway. County clerk calls HOA, submitted a new forged map, tried to annex my land with a fake law. Lena pushes harder piles on new charges. I call in a favor from my old CO. He puts me in touch with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Suddenly, the little scam is in federal territory. CBI raids the fake HOA office, finds everything fake, documents, target lists, even a spreadsheet with my name circled labeled, make him pay or push him out. That's when it finally turns. Karen gets booked. News cameras rolling, local DA brings real charges, fraud, racketeering, harassment, the works. Courtrooms packed the day of the arraignment. I walk in with a binder of evidence, wear my service dress, make eye contact with every neighbor sitting in the pews. Lena lays it all out. The judge is no-nonsense military background, and she's heard enough. Bail revoked charges, upgraded case, sent up to the Attorney General. Outside, people cheer. News vans swarm the courthouse. Neighbors thank me, some crying they got the same fake letters but didn't know what to do. The county freezes HOA assets, wipes out fake debts, sets up a fund for victims. Kale puts together a video drone footage, court documents our showdown on the driveway. It goes viral, millions of views. We start hosting legal workshops for other veterans and homeowners, teaching folks how to spot scams, how to fight back. And somewhere in all that, the lesson hits me. It isn't about being right. It's about refusing to be afraid about drawing a line, even when everyone else says, just pay up, keep the peace. Because when you let fear make your decisions, people like Karen win. When you stand up even alone, you're not really alone. Turns out the quiet guy on the mountain is sometimes the only thing keeping the wolves from everyone's door. Now there's a steel sign on my gate, heavy matte black. No HOA, no fraud, no entry. This property was defended. Every time I walk past it, I remember what it cost to put it there. Didn't choose this fight, but I sure as hell finished it. But I keep thinking, how many folks out there just pay up, hoping to make trouble disappear? How many scams like this go unchecked just because people are tired, scared, or alone? So let me throw this out to you. Where's your line? At what point do you stop backing down and start pushing back? Ever run into a bully in a suit or see the system bend for someone who didn't deserve it? Share your stories below. Let's talk about justice, standing your ground, and how sometimes a little stubbornness is the only thing that keeps the world honest.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video của mình.